Yeah, appreciate y'all checking in with No Flag Radio. I'm your host, Pete James. Out here, what's good? Today we talking about savage white looters ambush the Capitol while 12 sit back and watch like this shit ain't even happening in front of their face. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. Let's fuck with my Teespring, new classics. Y'all know what's up. You see it. Get on with the cast here. Happy Saturday to folk. So, as we saw this unfolding of barbaric Neanderthug savages raiding on the Capitol, for black folk, it was more of a thing of, we got our jollies in a way in certain spheres over this. Like, hey, yo, these motherfuckers eating they self. Aha, look at the white people eat they self kind of shit, right? But on top of that, I think it's something to look at to the extent that we want to track how deeply involved police were with these white supremacists. All y'all out there in D.C., hey, this was a lesson for y'all, straight up. Y'all want to make a record of what lengths these so-called police will go to help anti-society, anti-law and order, anti-government white supremacist groupings like they did. And I want y'all to be careful. The other point is just how hands-off the D.C. police and the Capitol Police were with this crowd of ambushers when they got out there and did their little thing. Had this been a black crowd, a large black crowd, come on, y'all, they would have taken great joy in bringing out the snipers, all that shit. Hey, see that one nigga trying to climb the building? He trying to climb the building. He trying to climb the Capitol. Oh, shoot him first. I want him to fall so I can get my jollies. And he fall like, I want to see that. They would have been taking great joy in that type of shit. Okay? That was an early suspicious fact that made people say, hey, man, what the actual fuck, right? What the actual fuck, right? Why wasn't this thing secure? You cops, why wasn't it taken into consideration that, hey, at these various voting locations throughout this election, we've seen what? White anti-government, anti-law and order rabble-rousers running up on these voting places nationally, vandalizing, doing all kind of crap. If that was happening locally, nationally, what made y'all motherfuckers think that they wasn't going to go to the Capitol and do the same shit? What made y'all think that? Or was y'all not thinking? Dumbasses. What? It don't make sense. It don't make sense for the security to be as lax as we saw. Word is the creator of Stop the Steal, Ali Alexander, and all of his people, they got their asses on Parler and the Donald, Telegram, all these different sites to plan this shit weeks in motherfucking advance. It's been weeks in the planning this shit, dog. This shit ain't been, it wasn't just no 1 month thing. I've seen plans about it going back as far as November in my research. So this is like likely months in planning. And yeah, that's Ali Alexander. Is he up there? Yeah, there you go. This is Ali Alexander, y'all. I mean, Come on. This dude been going around saying he's African American, mind you. He been saying that shit, and he's clearly not one of us, y'all. Look at this boy with the slick back hair. Look at this boy with the high and tight. See his haircut, the high and tight, the Nazi haircut, like how white supremacists wear. He got the shit slicked like how they wear it, exactly how Richard Spencer would wear his shit with the slick in the shit. Huh? I heard his name was Ali Akbar. He's an Akbar. He ain't none of us. He's an Akbar or Arab or Indian or some shit like that. He not none of us. Not running with no far right initiative like this. That don't make no sense to me. You mean tell me he been running with this African American, been running with this far right group, and he just escaped the gaze of New Black Media? Like nobody in New Black Media even knew who this dude was. Nobody did a story on him. Nobody talked about him all this time. He just some black dude, and ain't nobody in New Black Media had him on their radar. He just slipped past us. I don't believe that shit. Nah, this dude is more than likely Indian, and he's calling himself black because he has dark skin. And we know black to a point that we've all brought up. When people use the term black, that is meant globally as ground state black America, as foundational black Americans, and it's used by people from other groups. They'll use the term black to shroud themselves when they have to go do dirt. And when they want to throw some dirt on some other group, namely us, they'll use our name to throw their dirt on, and then they'll use their real nationality and real country and all that for all the flowery, sprinkly rainbow stars and sweet PR, the good PR, the positive PR. You see what they do? Punk motherfuckers. So, I don't know. I got to run a dossier on this dude. I heard he worked for John McCain. I heard that he worked at the Republican convention in 2008. He's a publisher for this culture publication. A few other things. I got to do the dossier on this guy since he came up on the radar over this whole shit. But this thing's been planned for weeks, y'all. I just want y'all to keep the fact that this thing's been planned for weeks. And this guy, Ali, and his white savages, they had been telling people on the internet, hey, when we get to the Capitol, we're going to be violent. And if we don't get what we want, we're going to be violent. Telling people. Motherfuckers can't even key be violent and at the Capitol into their fucking Apple iPhone without the NSA and anybody else on their ass. It's not, that's the kind of world we in now, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. That don't make no sense. These folks was telegraphing that they were coming to be violent if they didn't get their way online. So to me, that seemed like a digital terrorist manifesto to me. You know what I'm saying? That seemed like a manifesto. That's why I don't bother police sitting up and the FBI sitting up talking about, we don't know nobody. We need clues and tips. Give us clues and tips. They've been on that bullshit this week. Give us clues and tips to shit. I don't believe you need clues and tips for shit. You the police. What you need clues and tips from? Who you need clues and tips from? Who? You the FBI. Who you need clues from? That don't make sense. That's a load of crap. Playing this, they just caught flat-footed. They just got caught flat-footed. They didn't know nothing. I don't believe that shit. I'm going to allege that the law enforcement, you law enforcement, oversaw this thing every step of the way. And just look at what we saw in the aftermath to prove this shit. The DC police, the FBI, yo, you know, all these people acting like y'all didn't know shit and y'all needed clues. Think about this shit. How many arrests came out of this shit? How many arrests came out of this shit? Y'all was asking for clues and all this shit, and people actually took y'all up on y'all's requests for clues and tips, and posted names and faces, all this shit. And how many arrests? Very few arrests. Very few arrests. And the arrests that did happen, they were lightweight fuck shit like trespassing charges. Trespassing. Motherfucker, come on. Come on. Ain't nobody believing you, police and FBI. Don't nobody believe y'all. Same FBI that said that Americans don't really know if racial bias exists in policing. They just will gaslight us with shit all the time. Yo, we gotta be wise and just know that they gonna always lie when they open their fucking mouth or ask us for anything. They liars. And they gaslighting. They want you to be in line with them and think that they are dumb in some way. And trying to act like, we just fumbling. We fumbling out here. We don't know. We don't know. No. Don't try us like that, FBI. Cops. Don't try that fucking shit. Pieces of shit. Don't do that. That's disrespectful. You're insulting our intelligence with that shit. How much y'all don't know shit. You know what I mean? Y'all were all in on it. In my opinion. I'm just going to say. All the police in D.C., y'all all in on it on this particular day of the electoral count. Y'all wanted this shit to go down just the way it went down. White folk came in, got led by this Indian dude, it looked like, or Hobby Dobby, like Maud Hayes would say. Got led by Hobby Dobby into this little event. Planned it with him. Planned it with the dude. All your little white supremacists, little factions got their little rocks off. Yeah, so what? 4 or 5 white people got killed. Yeah, so what? Y'all got your little overtime pay. You police, you cops, you FBIs. Y'all got y'all little overtime in for the little event. Okay. I mean, and the Trumpers feel like they got a symbolic victory. That's what came out of this shit, a symbolic victory. But it wasn't no real shit that came out of this. Do you think the motherfuckers had plans? You think they had plans for what they were going to do after they stopped the steal? You stopped the steal. Yeah, you stopped it, but you really didn't stop it. You just paused the steal. They should have changed the name to Pause the Steal, because that's what you did. The shit kept going on. You understand? They wasn't finna get nothing done. They didn't plan on getting nothing done. If y'all watched, they was doing interviews before and during and after all of this shit was going on with the perpetrators of this shit, asking them like, so what's up? What's going on? None of them had no concrete answers as to what they wanted. None of them had no demands, no plans like, okay, we stopped the steal, and then we're going to get to the Senate floor and say, now look, now that we've stopped this travesty, here are our demands, and we want these demands met on the end of today. We want these demands. It wasn't none of that shit. It was just a bunch of motherfuckers that got together, got drunk, tailgated out to the motherfucking Capitol building, got a few of them blasted and killed, up out of here. Yeah. And for what? You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't do shit. Y'all ain't do shit. Y'all playing with some symbolic ass shit. Now, interesting story. Did y'all see this? They tried to get people to feel sorry for this one cop that got killed. A guy named Brian Sicknick was a Capitol police officer. Let me get his mug up. Where's this character? There we go. Brian Sicknick, Capitol police officer that got fucked up out there. He got beat with a fire extinguisher. And some people were sad, but I was like, hold up, time out, flag on the play. I don't know, nah, it don't smell right, man. We ain't got all the facts, dog. Let me wait until all the facts come out before I feel sad for some cop that got killed. Because we was watching these people run up to the police and take selfies and shit. We saw all this shit. They was taking selfies. Huh? We saw this, right? With the Capitol Police, like who this dude used to be. A Capitol Police. Y'all taking selfies with these motherfuckers. These folks done ran up in the building screaming to the top of their lungs what they came to do. Telling y'all exactly what they there for. Obvious agitator type shit. Telling you their intent was to stop the electoral vote. And cops playing ineffectual for very questionable reasons, I'm going to say. And it just so happened to cost y'all one of y'all lives. So hold up, man. Hold up before people get to getting all teary-eyed and pulling out the hanky for a motherfucking sick nigga. How deep was he involved with that type of shit with the Capitol Police? Selfie taken. Did he take a selfie before somebody beat him with a fucking fire extinguisher? I ain't got enough information. We don't know enough. I feel nothing. Okay? Straight real. How many degrees of separation did he have between the white supremacist motherfuckers that was out there? We don't know. I feel nothing. We need more information. We don't have all the facts. Fucking with me. Motherfuckers out there with Confederate flags and Proud Boy flags. I need to know before I shed one tear over a dead cop at my Capitol built by my slave ancestors. I need to know before I cry for a fucking dead officer anywhere. But at this particular event, I need to know. What? Be sad for a cop killed? Why? What? Why? Motherfucker. Did y'all see the 6 Republican lawmakers that they caught amongst the fray of these motherfuckers? These suspected white supremacist agitators. Oh, we going in on their bitch asses this morning. I'm saying. 6 Republican lawmakers they caught. You know, these fools were facilitating a lot of this shit. Out there looting and ambushing the fucking Capitol. And they got lawmaker help. This report came out just the day before yesterday. 6 Republican senators is amongst the thugs. One dude rented a bus and shit and got motherfuckers shuttling motherfuckers around. So, should black people care about this? You know what I mean? The shit that's happening, the dead bodies and the sad. Now, man, look, let me talk to the Votep Negroes out there. All the Votep niggas, all the motherfucking down ballot Democrat Negroes, all the motherfucking Blexit Negroes, all the blue no matter who Negroes. Let me talk to y'all real quick, man. Y'all too, man, in this conversation, man. Y'all need to listen up, man. It ain't just to the black folk that got something going on and got a mind on their shoulders on my channel. I'm gonna talk to y'all too, man. It's like y'all done sat up and saw a population of governance. On top of all this shit, we actually seeing a population of governance willing to get into bed with anti-government groupings, anti-black, anti-government groupings, violent, subhuman beasts. Just because some violent, subhuman agitators got mad about some stuff. So come on, man. There got to be a point then to where you say voting, it really ain't shit if you just voting just to be voting. You know what I'm saying? Voting has to be an appraisal of what someone's qualities are. It can't just be blue no matter who, down ballot Democrat, none of that fuck shit. It just can't be that. We vote because our ancestors didn't, our ancestors got killed by white supremacists, so that must mean that we got to vote. Nah. Vote for who? A white supremacist and an anti-black prosecutor that we got now for president and vice president? I mean, come on, man. What is the options on the table, man? Y'all motherfuckers need to get the game in line. I'm just saying. So, all you vote tips, it's just an occasion for y'all to hang back. I'm saying hang back a little bit with y'all voting and fuck shit like that, man. If y'all ain't really got no candidate that y'all have sown into from the grassroots. As y'all are voting moving forward, y'all need to start asking these politicians that need your cosign and that want you to cosign them and reward them with careers. You need to start asking them shit like, hey, are you going to side with anti-black, white supremacist, anti-government groups in any way when they throw their little tantrums during your term? Because they're going to keep throwing their little tantrums. It's a simple question, but a very legitimate question that needs to be asked. Whenever people that we saw in DC, like the folk we saw out there waving Confederate flags and the 13-star flag, the 3%ers, the Proud Boys, all these groups we saw out there, white supremacist militias, all these fools that we see jumping around, running around America all the time, looking like some idiots. What's the deal? Whenever they get mad for any reason, are you going to fuck with them in any way? Because for me as a voter, this is what you vote taps can say, man. Like, hey, as a voter, all you down ballot Democrat niggas, just say, hey, look, as a voter, that's a deal breaker for me, man. That's a straight up deal breaker. And if you Brexit Negroes got the heart to say that, then same for you too, you know what I mean? But all in all, y'all, everything we saw was just validates what I said about my last video. Oh shit. Wrong screen. There we go. Yeah, everything that I said was going to happen in my last video, it happened. I'll take the bow for that. You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, they plan to do this shit again. On the 17th, they plan to do this type of shit again. So get ready. It's going to be more of this shit. Now, I said on the 20th, we need to watch out. That's the inauguration day. So now we got 2 days. The 17th and the motherfucking 20th is the days motherfuckers need to be not out twerking. Don't be in the street twerking. Don't be twerking. Be like that sister that knocked that white bitch face open that tried to reach over and touch her. She came to annihilate at her protest. Come to annihilate and go home safely. You know what I mean? If you're going to be out there, hey, be out there. The 1 or 2 Negroes we saw out there, I saw one Negro, one dude, and he was a Kenyan. So it's like, all right, you know, if he get busted in the head, it's like, hey, you Kenyans, y'all don't listen to us no way. Y'all think y'all better than everybody over here anyway. Get your motherfucking ass caught up in that shit. Get your teeth knocked out. I'm laughing. You motherfuckers, till y'all get the shit right. Get y'all mind right over here in my ancestral land. Whatever happened to you, happened to you. I'm laughing when it comes to my channel. But I'm saying, though, for real, though, man, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't be all ass out there twerking. Don't be holding no signs. Just stay on the swivel behind this shit. But look, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. They got me off the fucking Twitter because of just usual white hate. I didn't do nothing wrong on the Twitter. It's just usual them hating. So I'm off that bitch. But, you know, I'm appealing. And if I get back on, I get back on. If I start another one, I'll start another one. It's just everybody getting threw off, man. My man. I know a couple of folks that got thrown off Twitter just for nothing. Just for the fuck of living. You know what I mean? So, what the fuck, man? What we gonna do? Don't forget to fuck with my Teespring. All this shit. You know what we doing. On that ass. And I'm gonna get it, y'all.